Yeah. Coming down. One more look at this before I transform it into something epic. Hopefully. We'll see. Package. So this was a package from my man Dr. Wolverine. He sent two things for the FSP. Mint on card Weapon X Wolverine from the Giant Man series. And a mint on card Lady Deathstrike from the Onslaught series. So two nice additions to the FSP. And like I told you guys before, and trying to put together prize packages, this is great because it's another figure from the Giant Man series, and I already had one figure here from Slings of Web from the Giant Man series. So what I'll do is probably put these two together in a prize package for some month, so that way that'll get somebody started on Giant Man, which I think is the best builder figure ever produced. So, and then he also picked up a couple of things for me. Two different Spider-Man from Spider-Man Classics. I actually never saw this one on the left, so if somebody knows what that's from or the name of that one, let me know. Pretty cool figure. I wish it had a little more articulation on the head, but that one is really cool. And then I got another Hydra Soldier for my army builders. Like I said, you know, I'm always army building. I will never stop army building. Then he also got me Secret Invasion Black Panther, and it's signed by Aaron. And there's a little word bubble there saying "Boog." So that's what's up. I really appreciate that. I could add this to my few signed comic books that I have. I actually have another Secret Invasion comic book signed by Jesse Falcon and Bendis too. So this is real dope. Big thanks, D-Dub. Appreciate it, brother. Should have been recording this before I got to this point. I'm trying to make this display here, but just trying to get Magneto facing off against the X-Men. Get Wolverine in a real compromising position. I think this might be my contest entry for Dr. Wolverine's contest. Alright, let me work this out. So I'm about halfway through. Still got another 3 to go. So the cheapest paint I could ever find in life. But it's working out pretty decent. Just gotta get the inside here. And I still have no clue what I'm doing yet, but let me finish painting them first. And then we'll see. A little more progress. It's a money shot right there.
Targets and both the upper half and the lower half. The secret is the combination of perfect position and resistance with the addition of the patent-pending perfect sit-up leg lay.
Alright, I think I'm pretty happy with this.
I'll take these. Love those jeans. $175.
Cha-ching. Hey,
Excuse me?
ever consider showing your customers what other stores charge for jeans?
No.
When it comes to car insurance, Progressive Direct does.
I plays no games, y'all lames is on that silly shit. No cut for a month, I'm on my Philly shit. My face woofing, I'm looking like a Sunni. I'm with my man C, and we looking like some Goonies. Nah, I ain't go to CUNY. I was a hard rock. I enrolled in the school of the hard knocks. I played the block, turned soft white, the hard rock. I told my man, I just want what God got. The whole world in the palm of my hands. My old girl ain't part of my plans, and she's so tight. But my new chick is so right. No 7 doors, but the Snow White. Like I'm about to make a pizza, get my dough right. I'm a creature, no features, no co-rights. I just does this. My bad. It's early in the morning. I was feeling like that. About to get into this right here. Starting this up. This will be simple for Sean Long's contest. By the way, of course, this is one of JR Stan's, one of the dual ones. Got one up there in the space between Hulk's buttocks and his leg there, not damaging him, and one just sticking up in the in Superman's cape there, and just position them where it looks like Superman is. knocking this block off. It's simple on this. I just need to get my point across. Only got 10 seconds, so it'll be this Hulk coming through the wall. Add a couple of more pieces of brick, I guess, and a cutout. That'll be it.
Oh my God. The whole neighborhood's out. Yeah. Look at all them kids.
I just started rearranging my ex-villains, being that I took down the Apocalypse scene to use some of those characters for the Dr. Wolverine entry. So I'm not happy with this yet, but I gotta add my other Magneto in there. I guess I'm gonna leave that other the entry for Dr. Wolverine's contest up. I really like it. And I'm just messing around here trying to brainstorm for the next ideas, but I really like the way this came out. Only thing I'm gonna do is probably get back there and cover those stands a little bit more. But so just going through some of the individual titles I actually picked up this past Wednesday. I didn't really get to do a lot of reading like I wanted to. I only read a few things. I did check this out. This was continuing with the story with the Hood, Parker Robbins, trying to get all of the Infinity Gems and ultimately getting the Infinity Gauntlet. So in this issue, he actually got another gem, or maybe 2 gems. I don't even remember, but it was a startling revelation at the end of the book. And I'm going to just tell you what it was. Thanos showed up, which didn't really make much sense to me because he was seemingly destroyed at the end of the what was that? The Thanos Imperative. So I don't know how the hell he showed up here. It didn't really make much sense to me. Maybe it really wasn't him. Who knows? We'll find out. But this was okay. We got Secret Avengers number 11. This was continuing with that story with John Steele, who was like an ex-war buddy of Captain America, who was captured at the end of the last arc in this book. This title has yet to really astonish me. The art is phenomenal, but other than that, it's kind of slow. This issue was okay, not too much. This storyline, the Age of X, has continued to impress me. This is running through New Mutants, so I picked up issue or chapter number 4. And it's also running through X-Men Legacy. That was number 5, chapter number 5, and that was it. I thought it was another part, but that was really good. Like I've been telling you guys, that's pretty decent. I would jump on that if you can. Alternate reality, but very interesting. I like it. Uncanny X-Men number 534.1. I didn't read that yet. Not sure what's going on there. And then Uncanny X-Men number 535. I got to check both of those out. This was issue number 2 of the Annihilators. This is the story taking place right after the Thanos Imperative. And the first issue of this event or this story, it didn't really impress me too much. It was okay. I thought this was going to really be epic, but the first issue wasn't all that to me. I didn't read this yet. I'll check it out. I'll see what Captain America 616. I didn't check that out. 70th anniversary issue, so it's like a double-sized issue here. I got to check that out. Thunderbolts number 155. I didn't read that yet. I got to check that out. I got Fantastic Four issue number 588. This is the issue directly after what was supposed to be Johnny Storm's death in 587. I don't think he died, like I said before. I mean, he was killed off panel, as they like to say. You didn't see a body, you didn't see anything. I think they'll draw this out for a year or so, and he'll be back. But I didn't check this out yet, and this is leading directly into issue 1 of the Freedom Foundation, which is what they're calling themselves now. And Spider-Man's joined up with them, and they got the new costumes, and I don't really know what's going on here. I've never really been a big fan of Fantastic Four, but you know, a lot of people was telling me that Hickman's writing was phenomenal on the book, and it really was. So I'm gonna backtrack and read some of some of the issues that he wrote. But we'll see what's going on with Spider-Man. I guess if Wolverine could be on 20 teams, then Spider-Man can too. So, and then I got Uncanny X-Force issue 5.1. This was like a little side mission. This was like a half episode of Meantime and Between Time. This was showing what was going on right after they seemingly killed Apocalypse and right before the Deathlock mission, which began in issue 4. So this saw them going up against the Reavers, being led by Lady Deathstrike. Reavers are some old school ex-villains. Maybe we'll see Glenn Webb do a custom of some of those guys. They kind of obscure. I wouldn't mind seeing that actually. But in this issue, X-Force takes them out before they could actually fully infiltrate Utopia and try to kill a bunch of mutants. And X-Force gets in there and takes them out before Cyclops or anybody even really knows what's going on. And you get to see how certain people are dealing with the fact that they had to kill Apocalypse as a child. Because if you don't know, that's what happened in the first arc. They were trying to take out Apocalypse, but he was still a child. Basically, he was being reared from a kid and was going to become what we know as Apocalypse. But he was kind of playing on all of the members' minds here, and Phantomax was the only one that was able to kind of shake it, and he shot him in the head, and that was pretty crazy. It was a ending that was very unexpected for a comic book. You know, you could usually kind of predict how things are going to happen in comic books sometimes, but that was something that came out of left for me. Even me, that kind of surprised me. It was a pretty ill scene. So this issue though was good. I liked it. It was a nice one shot. And then issue number 6 here picked up after where issue number 4 left off with the whole Deathlock situation, and we get to see where these rogue Deathlocks came from, and you know, see their origin and see what's going on with that. I don't want to give away too much on this one because I think this is a little more recent. And then issue number 7 kind of concluded that story, and this saw Deadpool kind of step up to the plate like Phantomax did in the first story arc and take out enemy here in this book. I don't want to give it away too much, but this series continues to impress me. It's really nice, really nice writing. I love how each character is portrayed in the book. I'm really digging this. This is like one of my favorite books. Right? We got New Avengers number 11. This was okay. You know, Deodato is doing the art on this book just like on Secret Avengers, so the art is phenomenal. But I'm not really into New Avengers right now. This story arc is not really impressing me too much. This was picking up where the last issue left off, where Mockingbird was shot when they were out on a mission, and you know, looks like they are thinking that Victoria Hand set them up, or Spider-Man is thinking that. But we'll see how this plays out. The art is just phenomenal in this book, but you know, that's what's holding me right now because the story hasn't been that interesting. And then the last thing I picked up was book 1 of Fear Itself, and this was a disappointment to me. This was not as great as I thought it would be. It was kind of all over the place to me. Like, you know, I pick up a lot of different titles, and I keep up on things, and I think that somebody coming onto this book that haven't been reading a lot of different stories would have no clue what was going on. And I kind of knew what was going on because I've been reading a lot of stuff, but then at the same time it was all over the place to me. I didn't really enjoy this too much. It seemed like too much was happening in this one issue, and just certain things just came out of left to me. Like I didn't really get what they were trying to do here. But we'll see where this goes. You know, this is a big crossover, and a lot of times these crossovers, they start off nice and then they end bad sometimes. This one is just not starting off so good to me, so I don't know. I didn't pick up any of the side issues either because I wanted to see how this was going to be, but this one didn't really impress me. Let me know what you guys think, of whoever read it. So I'm at my mom's house in my old room, which they use as like a storage room. I built this Lego house like 15 years ago probably. They still keep it up there. I still got all my Legos and shit. I used to be really into Legos. I think while I'm here I'm gonna break out some of my original G.I. Joes. I think they're here too, but my mom keeps this. Like 15 years old right here. Look, here's something funny for y'all too. I found this while I was looking for my old figures. I'm gonna show those in a minute, but this was a project that I put into the science fair on 3/14/1991. I won the state title with this. I think it was the state. I don't think I went to the nationals, but I won the state first place. This is a series in parallel electric current thing here, and you would switch it and the lights would come on, and then the light and the fan would come on right here. But I burnt the hell out of my hand with a soldering iron making this. But yeah, bunch of accessories from pre-Marvel Legends stuff. I totally forgot that all of this stuff was even here. Yeah, you can pass me those too, but this is a bunch of accessories from pre-Marvel Legends figures, Spider-Man and X-Men and stuff. I actually gave all of those figures to Lou Thug, or I sold them to him like maybe about a year ago. But this is a lot of stuff that could be used for like custom fodder and stuff. I'm gonna go through the stuff. I got this and I got some other figures and stuff that I just found too. So you customizer dudes, hit me up if you're interested. I'll just send it out to some of you guys. Came with a Sandman figure. Could probably break those arms off and use them for stuff. I wish I had this when I did that other battle show display. This is the original Lockheed that came with that Shadow Cat. I think this is about the right size that Lockheed should be though, honestly. I hope the other wing is in here somewhere. I might be reneging on that. Giving this to you customizer dudes. I might have to keep some of this stuff. But there's a whole bunch of goodies in here. I gotta go through this. Came with that original Alpha Flight pre-Marvel Legends set. This is supposed to be Snowbird in her owl form right here. This could actually probably still be used with Marvel Legends though. This table came with a Space Ghost figure. Could probably still use this for something else too. I wonder if I still got that figure. This came with a Scarlet Witch figure. The Hex Balls that could actually still be used as an effect. One of the original pre-Marvel Legends I kept. A lot of people use this base for a Mole Man. So it's Doc Ock though. Used to be into a lot of McFarlane stuff. But this guy too, the Scream villain. Ended up giving away all my Spawn stuff, but here's one thing that I found. This guy has some like removable insides. I don't know where they are, but it's another thing. Look at that. Some of my original G.I. Joes. This is the original, not the reissues. Pretty much all of them is still in mint condition, but it's probably about 100 right here. I'm pretty sure I got more. Rock and Roll. This used to be one of my favorite figures. I used to always play with this guy. What you know about this guy? Super Trooper. You had to mail away for this. This is bringing back mad memories right here. Super Trooper. Remember the commercial for this? You gotta be like 30s in your early 30s to remember the commercial for Super Trooper. That's how they used to get you back in the day. G.I. Joe commercials used to be epic. Make you buy everything. Remember this guy from the movie? I forget his name. It's like Globulus or something like that. But the movie was crazy. That was like the first time in like a children's like cartoon that I remember seeing somebody die, I think. Or you thought they died, but G.I. Joe movie was Storm Shadow. Barbecue here. This is not the original costume. This is when they was re-released in some other like costume line marketing ploy, but I don't think I got the original one. But early Army Builders right here. You could have got a bunch of these and did it like the movie. I forgot the name of this character though, but this was from the movie too. I don't remember this guy's name right now. Somebody help me out. But this was another one of my favorite ones right here. Alright, this is my last one. I had to break this out. You wasn't a true G.I. Joe fan if you ain't have a Sergeant Slaughter and the tank. So there you have it. And this was like my first custom. You see, I got the dark shades on them. My dad actually painted that for me, I think. Damn, this is bringing back mad memories. But Sergeant Slaughter right here. Alright, so before I get out of here, I just want to talk about a few developments in the first Articulated comic book art tournament that we're trying to kick off in June. Understand this is a tournament being brought to you by Dr. Wolverine, Configure, and myself. Again, originally this was their idea, but it has, after the three of us mulling over it and getting some input from some other community members, it has snowballed into something that is truly, truly going to be epic, man. I'm not just saying that, like, this is going to be serious. So let me get into a couple of more of the details, but first I want to just let you guys know real quick, a reminder of the other contests that I'm encouraging people to get out there and get into that's still running right now, from now through June 1st, basically. So my man Slings of Webs re-up contest is still running right now. The battle show number 5 is still running right now, but that's pretty much just select people, and I believe only me and Configure still need to upload a video for that. Dr. Wolverine's 100 subs contest is still running. Action Figure Buddha's 100 subs contest is running. Advocates 350 subs contest is running. And then the last 3 contests that I want to tell you about that are really important. Not that they more important than those other contests, but in a way they are. Collecticons 500 subs contest is running right now, and that's a qualifying round from the tournament. JD Meg 6314's 500 subs contest will be a qualifying round for the tournament, and Configure's 100 subs contest will be a qualifying round for the tournament. So what I mean by that is that anyone who places in any one of those last 3 contests will automatically get a slot in the tournament to compete in the tournament. Because again, there's going to be probably no more than 80 slots in the tournament, and for the most part, we pretty much almost got the 80 people picked out. We're just waiting for these last contests to play out to see if it's any wild card and see if some new up-and-comer or some young guy gets a slot in the tournament. So that's just basically a really good opportunity for somebody who doesn't have a huge body of work or who hasn't put out a lot of ACBA to come out, put your best foot forward and place in one of these contests, and then you'll get a slot in the tournament. That's pretty much how that'll work. Now, the other thing that's going on is that basically what we're asking for is between $4 and $6 from everybody who wants to compete in the tournament. That money will be pooled together, and the person that comes out on top at the end of this tournament is going to take home a very serious cash prize. There's going to be prizes for the final 4 people. Whoever makes it to the final 4, everybody's going to get something, because it's going to really test you, and it's going to be very difficult to make it to the final 4. So let's say that we fall somewhere in the middle of that $4 to $6. Let's say we get $5 from everybody that competes. We get 80 people. 5 times 80, that's $400. Not to mention that my man Collecticons says he's going to put in another $250 on top of that 4. That's $650. Then Dr. Wolverine's going to throw in 50 on top of that. That's $700. $700 cash already. Just cash. I'm going to go ahead and put in my money and resources and time that I was going to put into my own individual contest and put it into this. Not sure how that's going to play out yet as far as cash or prizes or whatever. And whatever Forbidden Planet was going to donate for my contest, I'm going to throw it in here too. There's going to be a very serious cash prize, some physical prizes, trophy, the whole 9 yards. Whoever, comes out on top of this, they're going to take home some serious cash. And not to mention that we're trying to do a fantasy football type thing for people that are not entering in a display portion. They could still put their money up and bet on people within the contest too. It's going to be very organized, and it's going to be some serious cash prizes. So somebody who's not even competing could still walk away with a prize. Somebody who may have wanted to get into the display but couldn't, they could still put their money on somebody, or somebody who's just not really into displaying but they like to watch ACBA and they want to, put their money where their mouth is. They could walk away with a serious prize. The other thing about the contest is that it's not going to just be a bunch of free-for-all displays. There's going to be different challenges for each bracket, for each competition. There's going to be different challenges. So for like the first round, where all 80 people are in there, there'll be one challenge, and then after half of those people get knocked out, then it'll be another challenge, and then another challenge. You won't know what the challenges are. They'll all be different, and then it'll lead up to a final display, which may be like a free-for-all display, and you do whatever you want. But this is going to really test your ability as a display artist, and it'll keep it kind of off balance that way. I mean, anything could happen. Some very well-known guy could easily get knocked out by some 10-year-old kid from Spain. Who knows what'll happen? So that's one of the most interesting things about it. There's so many other things that I can't really touch on right now. But I just wanted to give you a little more insight onto it. But this thing is going to be very organized. It's going to be very big, and I'm encouraging everybody to get out into these last contests and compete, so you could try to get a slot in this tournament. I will definitely update y'all again in the next couple of days, so just stay tuned. Peace.